But first, as always, let's get to some real talk. And we have some really exciting news this week. We just received a program from a company called Keller Offers. It's one of our partners that we work with a ready to sell program. Now, those of you that follow the Eastside real estate team know that listings for us is one of our favorite things to do. And it's one of the most challenging enterprises when you haven't sold a home in a while. And we come alongside and we help coordinate that process. Well, we're happy to announce a program called Ready to Sell. And the Ready to Sell program is really great. Let me just bring up a little bit of information about it. Well, what it is it's up to $76,000 of money for you to get your home ready to sell. It's pretty simple, $76,000. Now it's 12 months, same as cash, interest free for 12 months. If you don't pay it off in 12 months, then you're going to start racking up interest. Most of our sellers we see taking advantage of this are in a situation where they may have a few items of deferred maintenance or perhaps some cosmetic things that we can see would help make their home more marketable. Let me give you an example. One of our clients recently had a home that had some siding that was in disrepair. They wanted to get the home on the market, but we knew that if they left it that way, it would cause a problem. So as we went out to the house, we went out and evaluated, and we found a few other items that we suggested to them that would help make their home more sellable. One of those items was to paint the exterior. So after we fixed the siding, painting the exterior. We also thought it would be a good idea to replace their granite tile countertop with some new, clean, fresh quartz countertops. Some other things we did is when we pre-inspected the property, we found out that there were some GFCI, some minor electrical issues. We also found out that there were some things with the plumbing. So we had a few toilets that maybe weren't seated correctly. So what we do with the Ready to Sell program, now those are some pretty minor. The big expense though was the siding. So the siding was going to be about $15,000. And while they had equity in the home, they didn't want to tap into the equity. They also had savings that they could have accessed, but then they wouldn't have had money set aside for their future down payment. So this Ready to Sell program really is the kind of program that put them in a great situation because they didn't have to tap the equity, they had access. Now, here's some of the requirements with the Ready to Sell program. First, you have to work with a Keller Offers certified Ready to Sell agent, which we are. The agent comes through and submits a list of all the items that need to be repaired. And then we also put down how much we believe the home should be listed after that repair process. Once the property goes through the evaluation and the seller goes through an approval process, the vendors are engaged. And we actually have a dedicated general contractor that will be managing the project. Once those bids are approved by the seller, then the bank who backs the process will go ahead and begin the process of liquidating some of those funds so that the contractor can get started. Now, about halfway through this process, we send out our quality assurance folks, and actually we do a survey to see that things are getting done the way that they should be getting done, and that there's any adjustments that may need to be made. Now, it's pretty common that as you work through some problems, other problems may arise, more funds may be necessary or less. So we always want to kind of evaluate that process about halfway through. Once the work's completed, we mark that as completed. We put the home on the market, and when the home is sold, you then pay for those services once it's complete. We're really excited about this program, and what we see is this is going to provide sellers with a little bit less pressure financially, because of course, when you do go to market, if you're liquidating a lot of your savings to get the home on the market, there's just kind of this additional stress to the whole process. So that is our Keller Williams Ready to Sell program. We're really super excited. And if you want to learn more about how this program could work for you, reach out to the Eastside real estate team. So even before this program comes along, we already knew what it took to get homes ready. So if you want that plus the cash to do the things that you know need to be done to help you get top dollar in any market, please reach out to us. So that's our Real Talk